How do we hear God? The simple answer to that question is listen carefully, because God speaks to people in a multitude of different ways. And in this video, I'm going to give you a couple of the ways that God speaks to us. But first, I got to go over some things on how God operates. When you choose to believe in God, you need to eliminate the idea of coincidences in your life and start reinforcing the fact that everything in your life is a part of God's divine plan. I'm a huge fan of math, but a fun fact about math was not invented, math was discovered. And that's because mathematics is the language of God, which means that everything in life has already added up. We're just discovering that everything in life is adding up. The same thing with God's divine plan. We do not invent the equation. The equation has already been written. God is the author of that equation. So everything that happens in your life will add up to the divine plan that is God's purpose for your life. It's your job to constantly be listening and hearing out for God's will and plan and put those pieces of the equation together so that way you can get a better idea of the equation that is God's plan for your life. So that being said, what are some of the ways that God enacts this equation and speaks directly to us? Well, if we take a look at scripture, God speaks to his people in a multitude of different ways. Sometimes angels, dreams, visions, people, circumstances. So the real question is, are you listening for God in your life? Sometimes we ask for God to speak to us and it'll be a person that maybe doesn't know your situation and they'll say something that resonates with your situation. God may have told them to speak to you. So God could be working through somebody else to talk to you. Sometimes God will remove people or things or add certain people or things to your life for his divine plan. So also be paying attention to that as well. God sometimes speaks to people through dreams and visions. Now, with dreams and visions, I will say I like to confirm any dream or vision that I have with scripture. That way I know that it was confirmed by God, because sometimes you can be interacting with spirits that aren't of God. They could be demons trying to mislead you. So scripture helps confirm those visions and dreams. Last but not least is scripture. And obviously there's things in the Bible that will resonate with you and your personal journey in life. Look at the stories. How do they compare to your life? Look at the teachings of Jesus. How can you apply those to your life and become a better follower? All these things add up together to be God's voice in your life. So you got to pay attention and listen for when he's actually trying to talk to you, because he kind of speaks subtly. Hopefully this helps, but until next time, peace, love, and blessings.